Hi, this is Amy Thomson with Create, Build, Inspire. I'm at Shoeless Joe's today and I am interviewing Sujit K Reddy. He is an empowerment speaker, coach, and writer. And he's got some amazing messages and things to share with you. So I want to turn this around and hand the attention over to him. Hi Sujit, how are you?
Hey Amy, I'm great. How are you?
I am awesome.
Awesome.
Happy to be here talking to you.
Oh, I'm happy to be here as well.
What is it that you do?
So I am a empowerment speaker. I'm an empowerment coach, and I do some empowerment writing as well.
So what does that look like? What does that
look like? Well, I mean, I've spoken at various events for various audiences. I have two distinct audiences, I would say. More entrepreneurs on one side and corporate folks on one side. And on the other side, my calling, I would say, is youth and young adults. So I love sharing messages to them of empowerment. My whole tagline is empowering you to empower yourself. So for youth these days, especially with a lot of stuff that's going on with like bullying and this and that, I find a lot of youth aren't as confident as they should be or could be. And that's because of a lot of the bullying and the peer pressure that goes on at that age. And so I want to be able to share with them that message. And also to, on another side of it, because I am a person with a disability, I want to be able to share with them, differences are good thing. Differences are a good thing. We can learn from each other. And the power of ask. Never be afraid to ask for what you want or what you need, or if you're curious about something, just ask.
I saw you speak at Mo Mondays.
Yes.
And you gave a very, very empowering talk, and you were sharing about your adventures with traveling.
Yes, absolutely.
And you can't see it in this video yet, but as you can see, Sujit is in a pretty awesome looking wheelchair. And do you want to share a bit of your story?
Sure. So the reason I'm in the wheelchair is because I was born with spina bifida. That was just basically my spine being deformed or, broken, I guess you could call it. Spina bifida actually means broken spine. So because of that, I can't stand or walk. But everything else is normal, I would say. Normal. I've lived here in Canada, but born and raised in Toronto boy, and I've had a really awesome, amazing life. Only because, I've taken the opportunity to have that. I mean, we all have a choice. We all have a choice to how we live our life. For me, it was either, I sit at home and do nothing with my life and let life pass me by, or I actually take the initiative to get out there and do stuff and be a part of the world.
Right.
So, yeah.
Was there ever a time that you felt like your disability was more powerful than you?
It has been overwhelming at times, and it's, I'm not going to say that I don't ever have a bad day. We all have bad days, and so I would say that I've had my bad days, and I've had that woe is me moment, or oh my God, I'm disabled, and oh my God, I can't walk, and oh my God, I can't do this, that, and the other thing. But then it's like you think about life and you think about the world, and I know growing up with folks with disabilities around me, because of doctors and because of hospitals and all this rehab stuff and whatnot, that there are folks who have disabilities that are more disabling, much more disabling than I. And because of that, it makes me realize I can do so much with what I've got. So that's how I just approach life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
When you were going through a lot of your medical stuff, were there people that told you that you couldn't do things, that certain things
absolutely.
couldn't be done?
Absolutely. Growing up as a kid, for example, a lot of the doctors and a lot of the educators at the time wanted me to go to a special school for disabled or handicapped, they called it then in the 80s. And so they wanted me to do this, but then my parents knew, my physiotherapist, my occupational therapist all knew that I was capable of much more And so because of their push and their encouragement, I was able to go to school and succeed and progress through school, and got that university degree, but not using it much now. But as a speaker and a writer and a coach, I'm able to use what I've learned to help others. So, yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was taken back a moment ago by your story, realizing how many people, just with you sharing that you have your bad days and you have the negative thoughts and the things that they creep in,
Yeah.
and that you're able to shift it. Like, I love when you share that, because so many people are going to be able to relate whether they're disabled or not. Right?
Yeah.
And then also when people tell you, no, you can't do it, or it can't be done, and that drive within you to persevere.
Yeah.
I believe everyone has that inside them.
Absolutely.
And that the power of belief of other people, like you were saying, other people believed in you and fed that into you.
Right.
So what I want to do is help people believe in themselves.
Absolutely.
Because I believe in them, and I know you from your experiences also believe in them as well.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Like I said before, life is an opportunity. We have a choice. Whether we, take that opportunity or don't, we have that choice. And there are so many different opportunities available to us out there every day in our lives. And, it's like, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, they used to have these books, the Choose Your Own Adventure books. You
They were
remember
my
those?
favorite.
Yes. So I used to read those books, and those books have informed how I think about life and how I tackle life every day. With the Choose Your Own Adventure books, you either had go left or go right, or go up or go down, or turn to this page or turn to that page, and life is really, really like that. So, it's all in how we approach life, tackle life. It's all in how we think about life. We can be down and depressed and whatever, or we can, be upbeat and be happy, or be positive. and
How-
do things that way.
How important do you find it to surround yourself with people that bring you up?
Oh, that's one of the key things that I have in my life is, folks that are always positive, at the very least. Always positive, because then once they're positive, even if you're not feeling confident that day, even if you're not feeling too positive that day, whatever, for whatever reason, it lifts you up. It lifts you up. So
And you have to make that deliberate choice to hang out with those people, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think it said somewhere, I'm not sure who actually said it, but the five people that you surround yourself with the most often informs who you are. Right? So again, we go back to that same thing about choice, right? With teens, you see it that you know who they're hanging out with because you see them in the mall, they're all walking together, they all look exactly the same, right? And so it's a powerful, being a young adult, being a teen, that's a very powerful time for them. And it informs almost the rest of their life in terms of how they think and how they act and how they are. Whether they're influenced by their surroundings, by others, or whether they're able to be strong enough to take and make their own decisions. Right? And it goes back to how you and I know that as an entrepreneur, we have to take and make our own decisions and be confident and strong about that. There are folks who look at the entrepreneurial world and kind of downplay it or kind of make it something, that's, whatever. And there's content, which is fine. They're content with the 9-to-5 world, right? And that's all they know, and that's all they want to know, right? They're afraid of what they don't know,
Right.
right? So,
I love seeing anybody following their passions, and some people are happy in that environment. They happen to have gone into something that they are passionate about.
right.
Well, then you see those people who are going to work, doing their thing, and not really enjoying their lives. Right? So you got to look at it and go, what's more important, myself, my dreams, my livelihood, and my love, or this money and
Absolutely.
security?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of folks, as you kind of alluded to, a lot of folks in the 9-to-5 world want to become entrepreneurs, but they don't know necessarily how to transition
Right.
from the 9-to-5 to the entrepreneurial world and you know, they get lost in that. And some of my clients that I have for the coaching world, in my coaching world, you know, that's what they were struggling with initially. So, you know, to be able to take them from that headspace of 9 to 5 every day, go in, plug in, that whole matrix thing, right? You watch the Matrix, that whole plug in versus unplug and expand, right? So, yeah.
So mindset's really important, no matter what you're up to in your life, no matter how old you are. I don't know if you heard, but right now we've got a Prince for Praise campaign going on.
Oh, yeah.
With my Affirming Arts.
Yes.
And what we are doing is we have positive affirmations inside artwork that are helping people to transform their thoughts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're aiming to help 10,000 youth right now to love themselves. Like, think about 10,000 kids who grow up to love themselves and follow their dreams. Like, how that would have an impact on the world.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Perfect.
And then, you know, and from that 10,000, even if each of those kids only go to that another kid and share that same message, it automatically doubles.
Right.
So,
right. It's like this rippling effect on the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
In front of you,
yes,
you've got one of the pictures that I've drawn.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say this one's just me, because actually Heather, who works with me, did a good majority of that picture.
Yeah,
but if
beautiful.
you, thank you. If you turn it around, this one was a custom designed one.
Yeah.
It's the sports. This one's the affirming athlete, but he happens to be a baseball player. And some of these are personalized for kids or people, because these are good for adults as well. It's really tough to see this. But it says baseball player for Eleanor. And inside the baseball player, you can actually see her name is there. And then you can zoom in and you can see strength and love. I can do this. And the purpose behind these images is that no matter what you're looking at, there's going to be something inside the image that's going to resonate with you and bring you to the next level of thought. It's almost like having friends with you who help bring you up, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Thanks. What do you think of it, though?
I really like it a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you've done some really great work with all sorts of different images that I've been kind of seeing on social media and through your website as well. So yeah, it's a really great message, and it's needed.
It's definitely needed, and there's so many affirmation things out there now.
Yeah.
But it's so nice when you can put everything into one picture and have it be some kind of artwork that really makes you happy.
But this is a very different approach and a very unique approach. So, yeah.
Perfect.
And right now, I think it's quite popular, because even now, things like street art and things like graffiti arts are getting very popular, and it's transformative.
I would love it if somebody did a mural of some of the stuff that I've got, so that people walking around can just be reading all these happy, positive things. That'd be awesome. So before we go, is there any advice that you would want to give somebody who, like something from your personal experience or your coaching?
Any advice? Well,
or somebody who would want to be a speaker? Any kind of advice that you would want to give anybody?
Yeah. You know what? I would say that I'm always open, and I'm always willing and interested in helping people out. So, you know, I'm all over social media, as you know. So I'm always on any social media. People can follow me at Sujit K Reddy. I'm sure you'll probably put something on the bottom there.
Yeah.
For us to
I'll attach your bio to this.
And so, they can get a hold of me, and whether it's coaching, whether it's speaking somewhere, or whether it's, you know, some sort of writing project, I'm always open to that. And as also my professional life, I also do HR stuff as well. So any company that is looking for an HR professional, I'm open to helping them out as well.
Sujit's your man for HR, speaking, writing, and empowering coaching.
Yes.
So thank you very much. This is the part of the video that I come around and we make silly faces. Okay. And you tell a joke if you've got one.
Okay. So I have a joke, and the joke is this. There are two monks walking along, enjoying the nature, and they come across this woman. The woman She seems very old and very frail. So one of the monks picks up the woman to help her get across the river that's just in front of them. So the monk takes her across the river, sets her down, and, the two monks walk off and go off. And later that night, that same monk that helped the woman across the stream notices that the other monk's very reserved, more reserved than he usually is. So he asks him, "What's up? Why are you so reserved?" And the monk says, "We have taken this oath of celibacy and this oath of, not to associate with women, but yet you picked that woman up and you took her across the stream, Why did you do that?" And the other monk says, "I did that this morning, and I carried her across the stream and set her down. You still are carrying her." So the lesson of that is, let go. Let go of negative things and let go of negative thought.
It's a good lesson. Let go and move forward.
Absolutely. Keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Keep moving forward. And this video is brought to you today by Affirming Arts and the baseball player.